Furry overlord. Sharp claws. Thigh. He's a little bit, yeah. I need to do something about the sharp claws. So, witches and friends, how are we today? I'm not awful. Little stressed. Little late. Little frustrated. Overall, not bad. How can I be bad with, a purring furry overlord sitting in my lap getting all the cuddles and loves? I would show you, but if I were to move so that I could grab the camera, it would disturb him and he would abandon ship. So we're just going to let him be. We have the puppy girl behind us. So all is good. Can I reach the cards? Got them. Aha. Without disturbing the fuzzy butt. What? You might be able to hear him now. Hello, Vanna love. All right. Let us get started. So, our first card today is the Knight of Rods. That it means strong-minded, nonconformist, movement and travel. Got any fun trips planned? Next, we have the World, which means completion. Ouchie boo-boos! Hello, new person. Kitty cat has sharp claws to the inside of the thigh. Ow! Okay, so we have the World, completion, fulfillment, synthesis, held in the highest esteem by others, and some definite success. I'm going to call you Petunia, because to be honest, that's the only word in your name I can pronounce. How are you today? And then we have the Nine of Pentacles reversed, which means you're going to have a financial loss and possibly some danger in property matters. That's not good. Hopefully nobody's losing their house but me. And, all right, going to move the mic back so that I'm not screaming into it. And I'm not trying to pick up the fuzz butt. And here we go. Our oracle says pride is keeping us apart. And then you love me. Well, you do. You wouldn't be here if you didn't. And it is worth it. So let's see how we can tie these into our tarot at the moment. We have the Knight of Rods and I wish you guys could see this. There is a pile of black fur sitting on top of my cards. That works. So pride is keeping us apart. Strong-minded, nonconformist, movement and travel. I can see how pride with a strong-minded person, strong-minded nonconformist, could keep us apart. And then we have completion, fulfillment, synthesis, held in the highest esteem. If you're held in the highest esteem, I can see how you would be loved. Right? And then we have financial loss and property danger, but it's worth it. So what are we doing that's causing financial stress that's worth it? Good question, ladies and germs. All right. And then next is our rune. Who is calling me? Crap. Wait one, y'all. This is not a call I can ignore. It's the Munchkin. And you know what? I turned the microphone off, but I'm willing to bet the microphone on the camera picked all of that up, and you heard everything the Munchkin said. Anyways, I am going to move on to our rune. And I know I said yesterday, I want to say, that probably starting next week, I am going to go from showing you all 3 of my rune sets to just one. Oh, cool. Thank you, Petunia. So I'm going to let you guys, I'll post on one of the socials and probably on YouTube asking which rune set you prefer. But today's rune is, I want to say Isa. And here is my difficult to see. Slightly less difficult. Yeah, it is. And then the easiest one. And as much as I like this one because it is so easy, I am noticing as I play with them that a lot of the black runes are not quite as well drawn as I would like. So we'll figure it out. Anyway, our rune of the day is Isa. Our divinity for it is Verdandi, whatever Verdandi is. I'm sure that is a Norse god. The letter, not surprising, is Isa, is I. Symbol is ice. Element, water as ice. Again, makes sense. The tree is the alder. Plant is stinking nightshade. I'm going to have to look that one up because that sounds interesting. Our stone is needle-shaped tourmaline. Colors are black and white. And the animal, there's 2 today, and that would be the seal and the polar bear. Polar bears are cute. Trivia. Did you know that the skin of a polar bear beneath their fur is not white? It's actually black. And a polar bear's fur is not white. It actually is translucent. But because there's so much of it, it ends up looking white. Thank you, SeaWorld San Diego, for that little tidbit. We loved the polar bears. So, Isa. It's a period of rest before activity, but do not let yourself get into a rut. Do not take anyone for granted. Be not afraid to show your feelings. Crossing water will be beneficial. Things appear to be at a standstill, and this is not a time to try to force any movement. Very true. And, uh-oh, damn it. Alt tab. I am so horrifically disorganized as usual. There we go. Patience and wisdom are called for. This is not the time to abandon your goals, but an opportunity to reaffirm them. This is a time for contemplation and preparation, not despondency or regrets. Things will change as surely as winter changes to spring and then to summer. Petunia, I did it again. I will do some reaching and looking here shortly. Let me finish what I'm doing here and I'll see what I can pick up off of you. All right, so Isa is the rune of ice, frost, and timeless stillness. It emits cold and frigid energies, glistening with beauty and gem-like radiance. This serene state of being, symbolized by ice, is a metaphor for mastery over focus and concentration, concrete and locked in place. Isa is a great rune to enhance clarity, composure, and focus. Name I cannot pronounce. I am going to tell you one thing. Do not come on my lives and ask people to private message you for private readings. Thank you, darling. I'm not going to tolerate people doing that to my friends. And not to mention, other than Petunia, who I'm not as familiar with, everybody else that shows up on my lives, I can do readings for, or they can do their own. We don't do that. All right. So, I know you won't. So, Isa can also mean, oh my gosh, this is funny. Isa can also mean to kill or make cold. Like the motionless ice, the corpse also lays still and frozen. Interesting. Another message from that person. Isa is a powerful addition to rune spells of destruction or death, for it not only focuses the energy directly on the target, but it enhances any runes near it with this clear and focused intent. When paired with runes like Thurisaz, it can create an intense spell of either defense or destruction. Isa is in direct communication with the frozen underworld, Niflheim. This realm of mist, fog, darkness, and ice is a place that exists within all of us. I agree. Please, Vanna, if you could take care of blocking another one. Within our blood. Okay. This place, Niflheim, exists within all of us, within our blood and our spirit. This primordial darkness and cold are deep within our subconscious and DNA, locked deep within our memory. Our species' experience of the desolate ice ages still haunt us to this day, recalling that sunless existence upon fields of ice. That experience has been imprinted on our genes, and our memories of that ancient darkness give us our appreciation for the light. For the light means nothing without the dark. The hubby firmly believes that DNA holds memories, and I do not disagree with that. Isa is akin to the very slow and destructive movements of the ice upon the earth. Ice appears still and calm, but it holds a ruinous power within. Ice is a slow and silent destructive force, one that sneaks up on you over years and years of steady, consistent movement. This consistency of movement shapes and carves the landscape around it, creating the vast arrays of mountains, valleys, and formations upon the land. Isa is a catalyst for memories, for it changes, locks, and transports them through time. Yeah, you're not going to survive in this group for very long, person. All right, where did I go? Boo, boo, boo. Oh, crap. Boom, 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 boom. There it is. States of. Okay. You know what? We're going to pause on the reading so that we can take care of this troll who is driving us all absolutely bonkers. So give me a quick little moment here because, yeah, my tolerance is done gone. I am not playing with stupid people today. Okay. Oh, yay. There's a new video up from Colbert. Well, yeah, I know it's a scammer, but scammer, troll, jerkwad, being that does not belong in our happy little clan. So, yeah. Right. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I'm seeing myself here. Okay. Let's see if I can figure out how to get this. Boop. Right. All right, here we are. As a moderator, you can make changes to the video while it's live. That is good. We're going to click that. No, I don't need help with my camera. Gerbil. Okay. Blocked keywords, banned. Oh. You should have access to the community managers. Oh, yep. Crystal Reiki healing. There. Oh, we're going to add that one just to be safe. Sweetheart. Crystal Reiki healing is there, but I am not seeing you on your personal page. But okay, let's see if that'll work. Well, that didn't work. So you know what? Where the frogger are you? Whoops, that's not what I meant. Okay. Ooh. Scrolling. Okay, here we are. Whoops. There you are. And click the little dots next to you. We are banning you. Bye-bye, buddy. All right. Hopefully that took care of that problem. Cannot view him. Okay, I'm doing some looking here, guys. Now I'm kind of irked. Okay, irked is putting it mildly. Because, yeah, I don't like people. Block user on Facebook. That is done. And now add to block list in Restream. Uh-oh. Something went wrong. Try reloading the page. I wonder if I accidentally tried to block Vanna. All right. That's Petunia. I think I did it. Yay, we got rid of the moron. Okay, I blocked him from my view. Cannot see him except in the Restream chat. I did click on the person and nuke them on Facebook, and I also hit them so that they are blocked from Restream as well. You guys are, my peoples, and I'm not going to let you be harassed by bots, scammers, or whatever. So, do no harm, but take no shit. All right, so let's go back. We're going to start back here with Isa is akin to the very slow and destructive movements of the ice upon the earth. Ice appears still and calm, but it holds a ruinous power within. Ice is a slow and silent destructive force, one that sneaks up on you over years and years of steady, consistent movement. This consistency of movement shapes and carves the landscape around it, creating the vast arrays of mountains, valleys, and formations upon the land. Yes, I agree with you, Vanna. And that is one of the reasons I am so glad that I set you up as a modmin and the kiddo, because you two are fucking awesome, amazing people who I love with all of my heart, because you know what I put up with and what I don't. Y'all are good. Okay. So, Isa is a catalyst for memories, for it changes, locks, and transports them through time. States of physical being can be trapped within this force and carried through the ages, making them discoverable and tangible, almost unchanged by hundreds or thousands of years of stagnation. And we have yet another squirrel moment, because Dai just saw Aang the Avatar in the iceberg when Sokka and his sister, whose name for some reason just absolutely refuses to come to mind, found him. And the worst part of it is she's my favorite character in Avatar. Anyways, with this aspect in mind, we can feel confident in using Isa to contact other ages and eras. Thank you, it is Katara. Using it as a conductor to access the frozen layers of the past. Meditation with Isa can be powerful and enlightening, and it must be done to remember, access, and decipher the cold and desolate parts of the psyche. So what I'm gathering here is that Isa is an amazing, awesome, fabulous rune to use and have around when you're doing shadow work. I like this. Shadow work is important to do. We'll discuss that later. So, ISA at work. In terms of career, ISA represents a decline in work activity, as well as a suspension of projects. You need to be able to choose wisely the right moment for your next actions. Another possible interpretation is the deterioration of relations with colleagues or partners. In certain situations, the rune can also symbolize a termination of a contract. ISA rune can also mean that the case you are working on is futile, so better leave it. It is advisable to switch your attention and efforts to something new. And I am having a strong suspicion that this particular rune is screaming at me for a reason because of things that are going on, in the offline life. And I just lost my notes because I was trying to fix the flippin' window. In relationships, ISA can signify a cool-off period between partners. It is usually accompanied by hostility, betrayal, and sometimes a break. No, not at all. Occasionally, the cooling off period can turn out to be difficult, accompanied by mutual recriminations and parting. ISA rune can also suggest that partners no longer have the same level of attraction to each other as before. However, it does not necessarily mean that your relationship is over. It could be more like a temporary period. Be patient, and things will get back to normal. Normal? What is normal? Yeah, words. Now, talking with a borrowed tongue. Okay, so our key takeaways on ISA are a challenge or frustration, psychological blocks to thought or activity, including grievances, a standstill or a time to turn inward and wait for what is to come or to seek clarity. This rune reinforces any runes around it. For those who are not familiar with rune casting, it's a pretty... I cut it! It's a pretty rare occasion that you only draw one rune. Most of the time, it's usually at least 3, and you're doing a past, present, future reading. So, just a heads up. Inactivity, blockage, stagnation, but potential, patience, reflection, withdrawal, and rest. Rest is always important. Now, our goddess of the day. Okay, Petunia, just so you know, because I have no idea if I put this in the description or not. I do this every day at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Today's an exception. And we do 3 tarot, 3 oracle, a rune, a goddess of the day, which I have in hand, and then 2 action cards from a Namaste, because, the witchy yoga bitch, and our self-compassion act of the day. So, today's goddess is Si Wong Mu, and her thing is renewal. Oh, I just had an interesting notification pop up on my computer about a woman in Washington State in either a sports car, I want to say it was a Porsche, doing over 100 miles an hour. I'm dying to know where. So, Si Wong Mu, her thing is renewal. She is Chinese. Goddess Si Wong Mu shares her secret elixir for eternal life and renewal with you. Take this chance to either start over or put extra effort into what you're focused on. Definitely worth giving some time to. Also, Petunia. Today is an odd day for another reason, because frequently, my oldest, I have 3 kids. The middle one is the one that I interrupted with the phone call. Love my children. My oldest is usually here, and he hangs out in the chair behind me during my lives. And I tell you, this child has been raised around all things witchy from the day he was born. because I happened to put my happy little feet on my pagan path around the time I met his bio dad. So he has been my little witchling from day one. And he is, if not as adept as I am, if not better than I am with tarot. So as I'm sitting here reading to you guys, he's in the background over here dinking around on his computer, putting his 2 cents worth in on my interpretations of the card. It gets highly entertaining. Savannah's crystal Reiki healing is Vanna. She's a dear friend of ours in real life. She can tell you what we're like, because we will get into some interesting, highly entertaining conversations. So, next, we will move on to our Namaste. And today's Namaste, here's the back of the card so you can see it. Yep, it's backwards for y'all. I'm going to try and fix that. So today we are doing some conscious breathing. Remind yourself to breathe throughout the day. Do you find yourself holding your breath or holding tension anywhere in your body? For example, your stomach or your shoulders? 90% of people I know, when they're stressed out, your shoulders usually sit relaxed and down like this, but the more stressed you get, the tighter they pull in. And the next thing you know, you got your shoulders at your earlobes and you're typing on the computer like this. I'll tell you what, I hurt like holy Hades last night because I was doing that. So today, we are going to focus on our breathing. Focused breathing, especially when directed to these tense areas, will promote peace of mind and healing. It's true. Start with deep breaths into your chest, then into your stomach, then release. So what we want to do is you're going to start and breathe in through your nose and go into the chest. And then as you continue to inhale, puff out the belly. And then as you exhale, we're going to deflate the belly and then deflate the chest. Okay? Da, 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 da. Next, imagine your breath flowing from the sky into the top of your head, to and through any areas of tension, down to the bottom of the earth, or bottom of your feet, and into the earth. And then imagine the opposite when exhaling. So you're going to inhale from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. And then as you exhale, you are going to breathe the air from the bottom of your feet all the way out and back up the top of your head. And it feels so good. Conscious breathing is a wonderful stress reliever and can be used throughout the day anytime you notice suspended breaths, tension, a negative thought, or just because. Well, on top of being your local witchy yoga bitch, I'm also asthmatic and neurospicy. So I will forget to breathe. And then realize that, I've been sitting here for a while and haven't taken a decent breath. So I'll just go, ooh, we're slightly wheezy today too. And I do frequently, as I'm sitting here, I will just randomly stop, close my eyes, because that helps me focus, and take 3 good, deep, intentional breaths. I oftentimes will start my readings that way, especially if it's been a particularly hectic morning or day. I will get everything set up and go online or go live, welcome everyone, and then just kind of ground, blow off some of the chaotic energy that I tend to carry around with me. and continue on. And now, today's self-compassion act is parcel for the part. Okay. Yes, breathe in, breathe out, hack up the lung, kill a couple of brain cells, and breathe again. Works for me. So we are parcel for the part. Is there some part of you that hides from the world? I'm pretty sure we all have that. So, your self-compassion act for the day. Write a short note to that part of you from the perspective of a best friend. And you know what I find amusing by this? Is I was just talking about shadow work. Putting the glasses back on so I'm not squinting at y'all. Shadow work keeps popping up for me in unexpected places. And what shadow work is, it stems from good old Freud. Yes, we all know Freud had his issues, but he had some good ideas in there too. And Freud came up with this concept that there are aspects of everybody's personality that you have decided to hide from the world for whatever reason. And a good example is take a young child, 2-3 years old. We all know the epic tantrums and meltdowns that come from a toddler because, they can't do what they want to do. Well, normal reaction to a temper tantrum or a meltdown is, I want to say discipline, but that's not, I don't like that word for this situation. Because more often than not, it's shame. We will punish. There we go, that's the word. We will punish and shame a child for acting out because they don't have the, verbiage to be able to say what's going on in their heads. So, child learns that these big feelings get them in trouble, so they're going to start stuffing those big feelings down and ignoring them. Okay. By ignoring them, you're casting them into the shadows because you're taking the light and shining it on the appropriate behavior. So there's one shadow. An older child, young teen. They are nonconformist in one way or another. I'm neurodivergent. I've had a lot of nonconformist behaviors in my life that I have been shamed for, blamed for, and just flat told I'm weird, freaky, and unacceptable for. Guess where those behaviors, thoughts, and etc. ended up? Yep, we added those to the shadows. My trans friends. Yeah, you are taught as a child from the time you are aware of your true gender that, behaving this way is bad. You're not that gender. You're not that person. So that person now becomes part of your shadow. Toxic masculinity. There we go. A boy who likes musicals or drama or art or wants to be a band kid or even worse, an orchestra kid playing cello. How dare you do something so girly? The fact that the highest insult for a guy is to be called a pussy or be told he's being girly. Okay? All of these things contribute to your shadow self. And what shadow work is basically just taking the light and shining it on these shadows and processing it. Learning, okay, so I'm a guy. I like pink and purple things. I like musicals. Okay. This isn't inherently bad. So we process the shame and the trauma and the guilt associated with these things and rediscover a part of our personality that we've locked away for God knows how many years. Shadow work is good, and it keeps popping up in my life. So, yes, Vanna, it is a reoccurring theme. I know I need to work on my shadow work. um, Today, because this wraps up our wonderful reading. Petunia, you are so lucky that you joined us on a Friday because it is 3:40 now. I will be back online at 8 o'clock tonight, so about 4.5 hours, to do our Friday night guided meditation. As of right now, I have no idea if we're doing a guided meditation or a yoga nidra. Yeah, 6 and one, half a dozen the other. Both are fun in their own way. So we'll be doing that. Hello, Hair. Monday, I am going to be switching from my Unicorn Tarot deck to the Modern Witch because, well, it's a really fun deck. I have not used it much yet, and I want to. So we're going to do that. We are sticking with the Pink Oracle, and we'll keep the goddesses Namaste and Self-Compassion. I don't think I have any special things planned during the week next week, but since this whole brouhaha started because Yoga with Dylan came to be, we are actually going to do some yoga next weekend. Saturday is Veterans Day. Yay, the one day a year I get breakfast in bed. So we will be doing I wonder, Vanna. We will be doing a short yoga class live at 3 o'clock in the afternoon next Saturday. This is all Pacific time, by the way. I'm a Seattleite. So yoga next week, guided meditations every Friday at 8. I am working some more on my videos about the major and minor arcana. I am hoping to have the spoons. Chronic Illness Warrior, we refer to ourselves as spoonies, stemming from the spoon theory. If you are interested, Google But You Don't Look Sick. Actually, the website is butyoudon'tlooksick.com, or just Google the spoon theory. If I have the spoons, I will be doing videos about the various runes. I managed last night to finally get a yoga video up where I demonstrate 3 of the more common whoop-de-jiggers, asana, and poses. See, brain is already starting to rebel. So I did a video with mountain pose, chair pose, tree pose. Those are up on socials and YouTube. There's more, and my brain just is not firing on all syllables right now. So I will call it a day. Tell you guys I absolutely love you all. If the if the other side can hate without knowing people, I can sure as hell love you without knowing you. So I love you guys. Have a fantastic, magical, witchy day. And I hope to see you all tonight for Yoga Nidra or guided meditation. And next week for our reads and meditation and yoga. Woot woot. So, you guys have a fabulous day. I will see you later tonight.